Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Finally, and welcome. Great to have you with us. Nice to be back after a very lengthy little vacation there for Christmas and New Year's. I think that's the longest we've ever been gone, right? Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Nearly 3 weeks.
Audience noticed.
Yeah, I bet they
They
did.
let us know.
Yeah, I bet they did.
Love y'all.
I bet they did. Thanks for hanging in there with us, at least, and hopefully being back. Of course, if you're not back, you're not hearing that anyway. So thank you for coming back.
No, I appreciate all the love that we were receiving on social media, and sorry we were gone so long.
Yeah, it was way too long, admittedly. Way too long.
I didn't say that.
I was ready to come back, I don't know, after the first 3 days. So it's good to be back. It is freezing cold in Dallas, Texas. This is something I used to look forward to.
Yeah.
I'm over it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm pretty over it.
I've lost you to
Yeah.
Team Cold?
Yes. Yeah.
Team Winter?
This is a little too cold for my liking. I mean, it's colder in Dallas, Texas than Helena, Montana. It's colder in Dallas than Finland. It is colder in Dallas than just about anywhere on the planet. Except maybe Siberia. I think Siberia might be a tad colder.
Yeah,
But it's 23 degrees here, and it feels like 3.
yes.
3 degrees.
Very windy,
With the
very windy.
chill
You're
Not
factor.
ready for Thursday and Friday then.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah, big Joe Bastardi on Twitter. He's been saying for over a week now that late next
Snow's coming.
Yeah, we're looking at right now the last model he keeps posting. It says over 10 inches of snow in DFW.
That would be astounding. That would shut us down like we've never been shut down
So I guess we'll be
since we've been
broadcasting
here
from
anyway.
home.
Whew, that's bad.
We don't need another vacation yet.
No, we don't. No, we don't. So I just saw our engineer in there. Maybe that's what is he in there inquiring?
He is not.
No,
Just
okay.
make sure that we hit the live button
Okay.
automatic since we've been
The
gone.
live button?
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I'm looking
But-
at the local weather there. 46 degree 24-hour temperature change in DFW.
Jeez. Wow.
47. Yeah.
Well, and during the break, there was one day when it was 83. Yeah. It was 83 degrees.
I was not happy that day.
It's 23 now. Yeah, I wasn't either. That was too hot. You just can't make me happy now.
I get
I'm just
angry.
like-
I get angry when it gets above 70 degrees in the winter.
Especially during the holidays. Stop it. Stop.
But I look, I've thrown this theory out multiple times, particularly on my live stream. I think that our seasons have shifted where now winter is January, February, March
Yeah.
instead of December, January, February.
Yeah, I think you're
and
right.
I think because summer has been starting later
Yeah.
and lasting longer.
Right.
Later.
That's exactly right.
And I think it's just a
And
month
it'll
shift.
shift further, too, before the end.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Bible
Yeah.
talk time. Anyway, there we go.
The seasons are supposed to change, if you believe
Yeah,
Revelation, and I
right.
do.
There you
The
go.
seasons
See?
are supposed to change, and that could be in progress right now. And, leading up to this, we're hearing about, it's the warmest winter of all time. Told you about this global warming thing. See? Climate change, global warming, blah, 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 blah. And then it hits. Now it's a polar vortex, which is also caused by global warming.
Yeah.
It's so nice to have both sides of the argument on your side.
Yeah.
I don't understand it, but somehow it happens.
By the way, I don't know how y'all are doing in the middle of the country from like Kansas to Virginia, but there was a big swath of ice that hit yesterday.
Oh.
And I hope y'all are safe. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah,
Just stay put.
if you could stay at home, that'd probably be ideal right now.
That's a dangerous trek out there on the old ice.
These are supposedly the coldest temperatures and most snow in a decade that we're experiencing throughout the country right now. Yeah.
Well, now, I don't know if it held true or not, but speaking back on Joe Bastardi, I forgot if it's later this week or maybe it was today. I don't know. It could have been. It was going to challenge the coldest day nationwide since January of '94. And I specifically remember that day because I remember driving to school that day and chipping frost off the inside of my '87 Honda Accord when I was driving to school in Atlanta, Georgia. So I don't think it got that bad, but it was getting close to your point about it being really cold.
Yeah, This is serious cold.
Yeah, be careful out there. Check on the elderly and keep praying for the people in Western North Carolina and Eastern Tennessee.
Oh, my
because
gosh.
this government doesn't care about them, that's for sure.
Please. Yeah. Keep the donations coming. Mercury One, of course, taking those donations. Mercury1.org. If you'd like to contribute, 100% of your donation goes to where you intend it to go. So that's one of the great things about Mercury
And I would
One.
imagine that things will change with the Donald Trump FEMA.
I think it will.
Yeah.
I think a lot of things are going to change under Donald Trump. Here's a few things. Just a few of the things that we got to get into today, and we'll get to as much of it as we can. But over the break, the continuing resolution passed.
Look at so much has happened while we were away.
I mean, look at this. Look at this list. Ukraine funding madness. I mean, I saw the $5.9 billion, the $6 billion, but I missed a couple.
Yeah. Janet
a couple
Yellen,
others.
Janet Yellen added another $3.4 billion to it.
What the hell? How does Janet Yellen deliver aid to Ukraine?
Yeah. And then you and I were talking before the show today. We're like, I don't know. Is the $6 billion? Is this thing I have for $2.5 billion of security assistance? Is that part of the $6 billion?
Yeah. I think it's an addition to.
I think so.
I really do.
These people suck.
Also, the H-1B visa problem on X.
Oh boy.
A lot going on there. Biden thinks. Oh, I love this. The "I told you so" Biden tour has gotten underway a little bit earlier than we thought. We thought it was going to be January 21st. He's already started because he can't resist. He can't resist. We'll get into that, but that's amazing. He thinks he would have won.
That is awesome.
Jeez. Former President Jimmy Carter passed away finally at 100. I guess that was kind of inevitable. He's been in hospice for 18 years or something.
Now, what's his grandson going to do for attention?
I don't know. Usual suspects pushing bird flu hysteria.
Oh, gosh.
And there's another little Chinese situation right now. They're downplaying a whole bunch of deaths in some outbreak that they've got going on in China right now.
Cool.
That they said this mirrors exactly the way COVID-19 started.
All right, here we go.
Jeez. Who do you believe? I don't know. I'm not going to China this year as I normally do. This is the time of year when I normally take my Chinese tour.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to do it this year.
Well, I mean, if you don't want to go to China, then they'll just bring China to us the way they did 4 years ago.
Yeah, that's
so
the problem,
screw
isn't
your
it?
masks, screw your vaccines, not playing along.
Right.
Period.
Of course, there's the terrorist attack in New Orleans on Bourbon Street. So tragic. 15 people died in that. The very strange Las Vegas Tesla explosion, which we're going to try to decipher today. Speaker of the House. I knew it was going to, of course, it's going to be Mike Johnson because they don't have any giblets in Congress to elect somebody really good. Somebody who would actually have a conservative agenda and see it through. They just can't do it. They will not do it. And so, still Mike Johnson. I think you could do worse, but we could definitely do better.
Yeah.
The vice president doesn't know the Pledge of Allegiance?
Oh,
apparently?
yeah, we got a clip of
Mm-hmm.
Kamala.
Okay.
She's fun.
Wait, Kamala's the vice president?
In theory.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Western North Carolina, as Keith mentioned, continues to be ignored. And where have all the drones gone?
Yeah.
Back home.
And now I tweeted that out just a few days ago. We can now add to that list Justin Trudeau is going to step down.
Oh, that's right. This week he's going to resign.
Today.
Maybe today.
Yeah.
Maybe today.
And then today, of course, is the 4th anniversary of the day democracy
Almost died.
Yeah, so January 6th.
Oh, it was so close.
So we don't
It was so close.
Keep an eye on Jamie Raskin, because let's see if he's going to vote to certify Donald Trump or if he's going to,
Oh, that's today.
be all insurrection-y and not sort of. And that's going to be interesting to see.
Won't it be?
Kamala Harris has to certify this election as vice president.
Interesting.
And she called him Hitler and fascist.
Oh, yeah.
And
right.
so why would you want to? Anyway, 340 hours and 50 minutes mark.
We're getting there.
Until Donald Trump.
So it's 14 days, right?
Yes.
14 days as of today. 2 weeks from today, which is awesome. I mean, because we're used to, remember it was 100 days for like 1,000 days. it felt like.
and I
then
got blamed for the computer problems.
Well, it was your fault.
Yeah.
It was your fault. But we finally fixed that glitch.
Yeah,
So-
we did on November 5th, I think, is when we fixed that glitch.
It's almost here.
Yep.
The long national nightmare is nearly over. It's going to be a mess, and it's going to take some time to clean it up. But I really think he's going to go a long way toward doing that. We also had some other tragic events over that New York subway thing with the illegal alien that set the woman on fire.
Oh, gosh, that wasn't even on that list.
Yeah.
I mean,
just so horrific.
Oh, the video is...
What is, I don't know. It just, it's madness. It's obviously madness. The guy set her on fire with a lighter as she slept. And then he stepped outside the train, sat on a bench, and watched her burn.
Oh, gosh. It is nightmare fuel.
Oh, my gosh.
If you haven't seen the video, I would not suggest going to look for it.
It's so disturbing. And you can't unsee that.
Yeah.
Just really horrible. Anybody see the embarrassing initial response by the New Orleans FBI to the terrorist attack when the guy ran over 15 people with a truck, and then the special agent in charge in New Orleans was on vacation, and that's a good time to go on vacation. I think when there's heightened alerts and your city might be targeted, that's the time you want to leave.
I'm not judging people for taking long vacations, Pat. I mean, you can point...
Well, we're not FBI agents, and I'm certainly not the special agent in charge of Dallas, Texas.
And when you've got the Sugar Bowl in town, too.
Yeah!
That's
there's another thing,
the best.
which they had to delay, and this is just a side element of that, but I mean,
But that's why you would want to stay in town.
If you planned on going to the Sugar Bowl and you flew in from out of town, which how many thousands and thousands of people did, and then normally you would leave the next day, right? So then the game's the next day. You got to change all your arrangements. You got to probably take $100 hit on your flight.
Yeah.
Through the whole thing.
Yeah, I really don't know how that played out.
I don't either. But I bet a lot of people were pissed.
So are you saying that the lady that did the press conference who initially said that it wasn't terrorism?
Yeah, the assistant special agent in charge.
Are you saying that...
it's embarrassing.
Well, the one with the nose ring?
Yes, that's the one.
And then she took it out for the later one?
So that's the one.
It's not terrorism, and this is a nose ring. And then later, it's not a nose ring, and it is terrorism.
Good idea to remove the nose ring before your FBI press conference.
Yeah, you had people in the FBI saying, or former FBI saying that is not, no facial piercings are allowed.
Oh, wow.
I guess, when you're a DEI agent, I guess you get away with that. But
I guess so.
But then when she showed up later, she didn't.
But she was on vacation, guys. She was still on vacation mode.
Alethea Duncan.
There you go.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So the mayor, LaToya Cantrell, said that the city was just impacted by a terrorist attack. Then Ms. Duncan, the assistant special agent in charge, stepped up with her nose ring and said, this is not a terrorist event. Okay. What it is right now is there were improvised explosive devices that were found, and we're working on confirming if it is viable or not. Hours later, the FBI declared that the attack was being investigated as a terrorist incident. I mean, it's just embarrassing.
Yeah, and this
what has
this
happened
video,
to the FBI?
Yeah, we can pull the audio down on this. There he is in the white truck. And see.
Wow.
And so he's blocked from continuing the way I understand it to the left. So then he hops the curb and then does a quick hard turn to the right here.
And of course, he's flying a ISIS flag.
Yeah.
And so how do you even deny that that's a terrorist incident at all?
So he wanted to go down there.
Oh, that's horrible.
But they had the police car there, so he went around it up on the curb and then behind the police car.
Awful. Just really, really hideous. So, not a terrorist attack.
But don't worry, guys. He saved the environment because he was driving a electric F-150.
An EV, yeah. Right.
So,
right.
Now, care about the environment.
Now we got another video, though. But this one is horrifying. All the people in this video that you can see here got out of the way narrowly. Look at this redhead.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Jeez.
Yeah.
I mean, he's speeding down the sidewalk.
Oh, yeah.
Got to be going, I don't know, 30, 40, 50 miles an hour.
Now, I hear, because you alluded to taking care of a city when there's a high-profile event or something happening. Maybe you don't go on vacation if you're the FBI agent in charge of the town. Have you seen the police superintendent? Because it would have been nice to have these barricades up, right? Because even if the ones that are permanent aren't working, you do have temporary. Anyway, just listen to this Kilpatrick chick. Holy crap, is she out to lunch?
What you see behind us is what we call hardening the target. So we have brought in heavy trucks. You will see when you go down Bourbon, you will see yellow, what we call archers, and they're along the sidewalk. And that would be to be preventive if someone had, or if this particular terrorist went around up on the sidewalk, that's what that would do. Okay, it would.
Well, then, where were they?
Slow that down for anyone who thought that they could breach our targets.
Pause it.
And
Was
so
this after the event?
Yeah.
This is after the event.
This is after the event. And then you just got to wait for the question from the press.
Oh, my gosh. Okay.
Good.
You're just describing everything that should have been done before.
Yes.
And now they're there.
You got it.
Okay, how does that help?
By the way, that's the chief of police.
Yeah.
Gosh.
That's top cop.
Top cop.
All right, let her continue. This is crazy.
What's her first name?
She sounds crazy, too.
And so those are some of the main differences. We are done in the quarter.
Okay, so
Also,
now they're
you
ready
are
for
gonna
the Sugar
see
Bowl.
an
She's like, now we're ready for the Sugar Bowl.
large presence of police.
Unreal.
And we are, though, confident, but we want our community to feel confident and know they are confident.
This is
and
madness.
safe.
Yeah.
And
Madness.
that's what we're going to do. So right now, I can declare to you
Declare.
that the Bourbon Street
Yeah.
is open.
Oh,
It's
phew.
open. Now listen,
Where did those archers come from?
Where do the yellow archers
Sorry?
come
Yellow
from?
archers, where did they come from?
Where did they come from?
Actually, we have them.
have
I didn't know about them, but
I
we
didn't
have
know.
them. And
We have
so
them.
we have been able now to put them out.
Now they're out.
Okay.
You don't want to put them out on New Year's Eve or before the
No.
Sugar Bowl, but we got
No.
them now.
Right.
I didn't know we had them, but we have them now out here for
A
you.
day late, and
People need to lose their jobs in that city.
My gosh.
From the federal
No
level
question.
on down to the city level.
no question.
Holy crap, it was just a cluster, man.
And apparently, he also set
the guy.
He also set some bombs that he was intending to set off, but he was fortunately killed by police before he had a chance to do that. Wow.
Did I read something that said that he had people? There was people helping him
Yes, there
unwittingly.
was, yes.
That just wanted free drinks or something. What was
Yes.
the thing there?
What?
Yeah, like he recruited just randos.
To go and like put coolers and whatnot around the city.
Oh, you're
Here's some
kidding.
drinks for you or something.
Oh,
And
my
according
gosh.
to the other report, they're saying that some of the bombs that he had have never been used in the United States. They haven't seen them
How
in,
would that happen?
right?
What would happen with that? Like, how could that even occur?
Interesting.
It's almost like our borders are wide open and he's got help from overseas. Oh,
Wait,
but don't.
how
No,
did you
I'm
get-
sorry. Lone
how
wolf.
did you get there?
Lone wolf. No help. No foreign assistance whatsoever.
Well, initially they were saying that he did have help, right? Are they? And now they're changing on that.
Isn't that interesting?
Isn't that interesting? How that happens
always
every
happens.
single time.
Every time.
They're looking for another suspect. Nope. No, there was no other suspect. It's just one person. It's a lone wolf. Every time it's a lone wolf.
Well, we don't want
Really?
You, we want you to be able to sleep at night. We don't want you to think there's others here, Pat.
Yeah, we're too stupid and too cowardly to hear the truth. We would all throw off our clothes and run screaming through the streets of our towns naked if we knew the truth. That's what would happen, and we don't want to see that. So we don't tell you the truth ever.
Not when the wind chills. What'd you say it was? 4?
Three. It's three, according to mine. Yeah.
I was in the pool.
Unbelievable. But, of course, the focus continues to be on white supremacists.
Oh, my gosh, yes.
They are the most persistent, lethal threat, according to President Brain Dead Joe Biden.
Yeah, and Boy, they what was the guy's name? Put up the terrorist picture.
Shamsud Din Jabbar.
Yeah.
The white supremacist.
There he is.
Shamsud Din Jabbar. There he is.
Definitely a white supremacist.
Clearly white supremacist.
That picture details
stereotypical white supremacist right there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see the Allstate Sugar Bowl ad after the fact? Holy crap.
I don't
Talk about tone deaf.
think so.
You might want to see this.
Oh, my.
Oh, no. This is okay, before you watch this. What did we just talk about before the break? 7-8 months ago, before we left for the break. About 24. Was this an overtime? We were talking about 24 and how we really soured on it when they started doing those little...
Right. Yeah. The Muslim
they did the
apology.
They did the PSA after the show.
Every show, yeah.
Now remember, it's really white supremacy.
Right.
So it's
right.
It's not Muslim terrorists in America. Anyway, this is kind of in that same vein.
Okay.
Welcome to the Allstate Sugar Bowl. Wednesday, tragedy struck the New Orleans community. Our prayers are with the victims and their families. We also need to be stronger together by overcoming an addiction to divisiveness and negativity.
No, good.
Join Allstate working in local communities all across America to amplify the positive, increase trust, and accept people's imperfections and differences. Together, we win.
All right, together we win. You got to get over that.
They insult us every time. They add insult to injury every single time.
Stop with the divisiveness, and maybe we won't have these bombs and whatnot going on.
Wow. It is they who are dividing us.
Yeah.
It is they who are assuming that we're so stupid we can't figure out that not all Muslims are terrorists. We figured that out a long time ago.
What?
We understand. Okay, we got it. We got it. There certainly are a lot of Muslims who happen to be extremists. We see them quite often, but we know that that's not all of them, or even the majority of them.
Yeah, most Muslims aren't terrorists, but most terrorists are Muslim. I mean, that's the math. I'm sorry.
Golly, it's outrageous. And I get so tired of it. All right, there's much more. And we'll get to it in just a second. First, we're all saying it. 2025 is going to be different. Is it going to be better? Is it going to be worse? Who knows? But one thing's for sure, the world is going to change, whether you're ready or not. So why not start small? Maybe hit the gym once and see what happens, or give your mom a call. Seriously, she'll love it. Plan that big trip you've been putting off, or just take more walks to clear your head. Whatever you plan to do, make it easier with Raycon everyday earbuds. These things are game changers. They've got premium audio that goes everywhere you do. It's perfect for workouts, phone calls, or just zoning out when life gets loud. The newest model, Unreal, 32-hour battery life and multi-point connectivity. So you can pair this with 2 devices at once. And active noise cancellation, too. So no distractions, just vibes. And they start at half the price of the other premium brands. My favorite part, the colors. Mine are navy. They just pop. So get ready for 2025 to sound better. Go to buyraycon.com and get 15% off site-wide. That's buyraycon.com/G-Ray. Raycom.com/G-Ray. Trust me, your ears and your wallet will thank you.
Holy crap.
And now, Pat Gray returns.
So Jeff Fisher just sent me this note. I was not aware of this. So this Ann Kirkpatrick, who is obviously awesome, there in New Orleans, chief of police, she used to be... When you think of safe areas of the country, Oakland, California comes to mind. Am I right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of the first.
Okay, so she used to be the police chief there, and she was fired by an independent commission, but she sued, claiming wrongful termination.
Oh, geez.
So she received a $1.5 million settlement for her trouble.
Oh, my gosh.
And now she's your problem, New Orleans. Wow. Thank you, Jeffy.
Wow.
Good information there about
Seriously.
Police chief of New Orleans.
That's unbelievable. Does New Orleans not have access to the internet or phones?
I don't know.
Do they not have phones where they could call and say, "Hey, just looking for some references on this"?
It says here that an independent commission fired you.
What was the deal there?
Is a wrongful termination? Come on over. We're not gonna look into this or anything.
By the way, the average for the chief of police job in New Orleans is $127,000 a year.
I mean, she's worth every penny. She's sitting there being schooled by the press at the press conference.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so whenever we have a terrorist attack or something, what's the first thing that you get access to? The terrorist's home, right? I mean, think of Thomas Crooks in Pennsylvania or the Las Vegas shooter or something like that. We get a tour inside where this killer, right? They take us inside so we can see where these thoughts of evil were brewed. No, we never get any access. There's an ongoing investigation. The FBI's in there.
I don't think we've ever had that.
Well, okay, but if you put on yoga pants and a fanny pack and you work for the New York Post, the FBI says, come on in. Tell me this doesn't smack of complete setup with props and, oh my gosh, do you believe anything about this video, Pat?
We are here inside the New Orleans terrorist home. You can see that it's been clearly destroyed, the door at least, from the FBI raid yesterday. But if we walk through the home, we see some signs of what he was up to. He had this work area
Unprecedented
here.
access.
Lots of different chemicals splayed around, and different electronics. This is, again,
This was January 1st that she was in there, right?
Receipts, just very unkempt.
Like the next day?
Yes, this is
over here,
this is less than 24 hours later. Look at this. Look at this.
The
Unreal.
Department of Justice documents here, the search warrant, and the property that they recorded here. There seems to be a lot of chemicals. Again, just left in disarray. There's a bedroom back here, and what appears to be his collection of
look, had some baking soda on the counter too.
Watch
Qurans,
this. He's got a Quran. Quran is open.
With a passage there.
Okay.
As well as even the Bible here.
Oh, even the Bible.
But mostly books on Islam.
Yeah.
And his prayer rug just to the left of me here. And if we go back, there's another bedroom here. You can see he left all these belongings, contact lenses, personal belongings, his bathroom.
Or do you usually take all that stuff with you?
This seems to be some sort of workspace, again, with other chemicals here. The light's still on.
Bring your own shampoo and toothpaste in heaven.
Station set up here. We're not really
turn off
sure
the virgins.
what that was for. In what we can assume was also a bedroom. You can see clothes left here, and just
should he have taken his clothes with him?
Someone was here up until
weird.
Those last few moments when neighbors said he left just before the New Year's holiday, saying he was done with his lease. It was up, and he was on his way to New Orleans, where he would live there. Didn't take any furniture because he said his new home would be furnished. That's all we know so far.
Have you ever experienced anything like that?
Never seen that before. No.
Sure, come on in. Yeah, just roam around with a camera, and don't forget when you're taking the tour to show the Quran and what it's opened up to. Stop it. Just stop lying to us.
Especially the next day. I mean, wow, that's amazing. That's amazing.
It sure is.
Bizarre.
It sure is.
Very suspect.
I'd like to know, I want to know, what was his name? I can't remember Jabbar's name. What was
Shamshud.
Yeah, how could I forget that?
I don't know.
Just rolls right off the tongue. Shamshud's contacts. I want to know who he knows at the CIA. I want to know a lot of stuff about him. I don't need a tour of his apartment with props and have you ever seen a search warrant laying out on the table? Yeah, just take a picture of this official government document. This is
weird.
Stop lying
Strange.
to us. Stop it.
All right, 888-900-3393. More Pat Gray Unleashed coming up.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
All right, got some tweets here. Wayfaring stranger tweets, it seems like it would have been cheaper just to buy Ukraine at this point.
Amen. Have we not?
Seems like it.
I mean, this down payment.
What is the purchase price?
Is this like layaway?
Surely we're there.
Christmas is past.
Wow.
We've paid for it. When do we get to pick it up?
Incredible. Also, over the weekend, not the weekend, but the vacation that was a couple of days long. All our football teams won their bowl games.
Okay.
Bowl
games. Yes.
Yeah.
Bowl games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Nebraska won.
Sure did. They tried to blow it there at the end, but they won. That's cool.
Missouri won. Yep. And, of course, BYU crushed Colorado in a game that wasn't as close as 36-14. It was more like it could have easily been 57-14.
In fact, I did a live stream whatever day it was. I don't even know. And I made the case that, I thought BYU and Nebraska would be the ultimate game. That would have been an actual good game.
Would have been fun.
No, BYU would have killed Nebraska after I saw that
I think so.
Colorado game.
Still.
Yeah.
Now, it's my understanding, did Travis Hunter not play in the Nebraska game?
We broke his arm.
Oh.
I believe is
really?
Yeah.
And then he played the rest of the year?
Yeah, or something. Yeah, I forgot what it was.
Cow. Guy's tough.
Hunter arm. Yeah, it was something like I forget. But he left the game in the second quarter, I believe.
I'm surprised the announcers didn't mention that because they mentioned every other aspect of his life, of Shedeur Sanders' life, of Deion Sanders' life. Every element of everything they've ever done in their lives was mentioned on that broadcast. In fact, BYU fans were tweeting things out like, hey, who is Colorado playing tonight? I don't know who it is, but they look pretty good. Because they didn't talk about BYU at all, despite the fact that we were crushing them. Yeah. It was all about Colorado's players. I mean, and I expected some of that, but not to the extent that we got it.
Dismantled that team.
And yet, when it was 27-0 toward the latter part of the third quarter, they're still babbling about Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders. Even the Washington Post wrote about I think the headline was, the Alamo Bowl. Do you prefer the fame or the football? So, but it was a great bowl season. And then, of course, this coming week, is it Thursday and Friday? We get the semifinal games?
Yes, yeah. Anyway, I can't remember whose arm we broke. Someone remind me. Someone
broke somebody's arm.
So broke somebody's arm, dang it. And he actually played a good game. I remember
Hunter?
I remember his stats were good, but I can't remember how long he was in. I forget who it was. But anyway, yes, Thursday, Friday, we have Thursday night here in Dallas, assuming the weather cooperates.
Is it Ohio State and Texas, right?
Texas, yeah.
Yeah, and the Cotton Bowl.
Yeah, and then Notre Dame, Penn State Friday night.
Orange Bowl. Mm-hmm. And then the two winners play the next week. So, and we're done with the NFL regular season. Man, this football season went by fast. Just incredible that we're already to the playoffs. How's the Falcons doing?
I don't need this. I don't need this. Falcons, the last two games, they lost in overtime without touching the ball. I will say that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, that sucks. Because you score, let the other guy have a chance.
It's really bad.
And it's a stupid rule.
It has nothing to do with me being a Falcons fan.
No.
Why hasn't the NFL changed the college rules for overtime?
It's ridiculous.
It is so bad.
Asinine.
Because they
don't
tweaked them
understand
about a decade ago where it used to be sudden death overtime. And
even
now
a field goal would have ended
right,
it.
and now it's you got to score a touchdown. If you don't, then the other team gets the ball. Still, that's stupid.
Yeah.
So I don't know what we're going to do here, but you need to fix it because it's dumb.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So they lost two of those games?
I'm telling you. Yeah, Michael Penix.
That's wrong.
Michael Penix has been lights out.
Good?
He's looking good.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the future.
Good.
As much as excited
but the future will happen next year.
Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So anyway, you got the Buccaneers who won the crappy NFC South. So congratulations.
All right.
You get to play Minnesota in the first round after last night's
that'll probably end soon.
And my Super Bowl pick, Detroit Lions, over the Buffalo Bills, still standing tall. That's looking good. So
I wouldn't if Green Bay doesn't go to the Super Bowl. I would love to see Detroit go because they've never been. So that would be a nice change. Like Detroit Buffalo would be fun. I think.
Yeah.
A nice change of pace from Kansas City.
Because whoever wins, we can all be happy that, a team that's never won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Get her done.
Give somebody else a chance. Would you?
I'm interesting to see what the weather's going to be like for these games next week, too.
Probably cold, right?
Well, you're very cold around the nation. But, you've got games at Buffalo. You got games at Philadelphia.
Wow.
Where else? Tampa, L.A. Trying to think of the other two. But anyway, let's see here. Where's the other games? Houston indoors and Baltimore. So, half of the games are going to be in cold weather climes. So let's see what happens. Could be interesting.
Yeah, because this cold snap's going to last a while.
Yeah.
We get 30s and 40s all the way through next week here, which, pretty far south. So if you're north of here.
I was going to say, people listening in Minnesota are like,
yeah.
Really?
I know.
30 and 40?
I know.
Let's put some Bahama shorts on and go party.
Yeah, but the humidity makes it worse. It makes it feel colder. It cuts right through to your bones.
Now that's true.
It is true.
That is very true.
It is true. Yeah. That's not going to satisfy people in the north, but it is true. All right. So Sarah Adams, tell us about her.
Okay.
Who is she?
So I briefly mentioned just before the break. I said, "Oh my gosh, y'all, go listen to this Sean Ryan podcast with Sarah Adams as his guest." And we just briefly mentioned about the terror threat inside this country. And so after New Orleans happened, this clip, and trust me, there's an hour of this kind of stuff. This is just a couple of minutes of it, of her warning for Americans.
How many people, how many fighters do you think we can expect in each attack?
Well,
in America.
1,000 is all of them. So we're calling it's an Al-Qaeda planned attack, but within those 1,000 terrorists, some of them are ISIS because they want ISIS to be blamed. I think the more of the fighter types are going to be ISIS because then if they're caught, then they talk, I'm ISIS. I think more of the suicide bombers are going to be Al-Qaeda.
You think these attacks will happen simultaneously throughout the United States, or will they be one day here, next day here, another one over here next week?
So they want them coordinated. I don't know if coordinated means all at the same time, or if coordinated means we do it Monday, we do it Tuesday, we do it Wednesday, we do it Thursday, we do it Friday, just do 5 straight days. So, but they want it coordinated.
What kind of places do you think they're going to target?
So this is what's complicated. So Al-Qaeda's preference, as you can imagine, is symbols of the U.S. or anything that causes economic damage, right? So capital is a great symbol. I feel like bridges or any kind of public transportation always matters because it puts costs against us and it causes fear. But here's where it gets complicated. So remember, the terrorists might have their goal is they're going to attack the metro in D.C., right? But remember, some of these terrorists are going to be ISIS. And remember, they can change location. So the ISIS guy might go down the metro and say, there's not many people down here. I'll kill 20, but there's a event going on. I'm going to go up there, right? Because ISIS is a little different. ISIS just wants mass casualty. In my opinion, terrorists in general just leaving Afghanistan, a lot of them are coming up through the Darien Gap to the border. And there was a big push, right? Get in the U.S. while you can. Now, not all those Al-Qaeda's attackers, right? But they came in with fake Afghan passports. They came in with fake Syrian passports, fake Turkish passports. Those are the kind of the 3 preferences because they're easiest to get. And then, if our Border Patrol agents, a lot of them haven't been overseas, right? If an Egyptian shows up at the border with a Syrian passport, is he going to know that person?
Mm-hmm. So
who is she?
CIA, former CIA, and they also talk about how we're funding NGOs in Afghanistan. That the money is going straight to terrorist organizations to train them for attacks here in the U.S. I'm looking for the amount of money that the Biden administration has been sending weekly over there. But it is millions of dollars a week.
So is she alleging that the government is somehow either funding ISIS and Al-Qaeda for terrorist attacks in the United States? Is that what she's alleging here?
Definitely. Maybe not intentionally.
Okay.
But for sure the money is...
but she is saying that it is ISIS.
Oh, yeah. Money's going from your paycheck to train terrorists, without a doubt, for attacks in the U.S. That's a fact.
But that's happening
aside.
because they're so stinking stupid and continue to send money to the Taliban in Afghanistan. Right? Is that...
Yeah. Yes. It's getting distributed,
right.
from the Taliban. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, she's not alleging that they're doing this on purpose so that the terrorists will attack us in the United States.
I didn't ever pick up that I didn't pick up that she was saying that they're doing this on purpose.
She's former CIA. She's now, a journalist, citizen journalist kind of
I don't
person?
know. What does she do now, Sarah Adams, other than scare the crap out of us?
I know she writes books. And I know she does a...
She does a podcast, I bet?
Not a podcast.
No?
She does. It's called...
She's got to have a podcast. Every living organism has a podcast.
I think she calls it like the Intel Report for Sean Smith. Is it Sean Smith? What's the...
Sean Ryan.
Sean Ryan, yeah. So she does like
because
a
wasn't
she...
She was connected to Benghazi.
Yes. Her book was Benghazi Attacks. Yes.
Thank you. Yeah, that's where she really showed up on the radar for people that... Yeah, okay.
All right.
I guess. All right. So anyway, it's terrifying.
She's alleging that there's probably more.
Oh, 1,000
coming.
She said there's 1,000 here.
I believe one of the podcast episodes that she sits with him is like a 4-hour long podcast.
Holy.
Of her explaining that. The 1,000. Really? I try to listen to it, but 4 hours, even on the road, is way too long to listen to a podcast.
Yeah.
No, you got to be dedicated, bro. 80 million a week. Here we go. I don't know where this came from, this number. That seems
80
high.
million a week to Afghanistan?
That seems high. But still, bottom line is...
Wouldn't surprise me, though.
You're paying for your own demise. Congratulations.
Multiply 80 million by 52 weeks. That's probably about right.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably about right.
It's just, we are not a serious country. How many hours are left in this administration?
14 days.
Holy crap.
That's not hours.
So here's a little bit more about her.
The question was hours.
She's a national security consultant and a cold case investigator. That's where she is right now.
Okay. Somebody needs to investigate what the deal is in the Las Vegas Tesla explosion.
Oh, boy.
I don't understand that.
Where do you want to begin on that?
That is bizarre.
This is really bizarre, guys.
I don't get it.
It happened on Wednesday, and I'm with you. I still don't get it.
Guys, a tier 1 special operator, Green Beret. He's a decorated Green Beret. He won a bronze medal. He was decorated multiple times.
Look at this.
For his service.
Oh, gosh.
And then he's supposedly a Trump fan, right?
According to his uncle, yes.
Apparently likes Elon Musk. So he chose a Tesla, parked it in front of the Trump Tower, and shot himself in the head, and then set the timer to blow up 17 seconds later.
Okay, so...
I don't understand it. In an explosion, and this guy knew how to detonate bombs, and he could have done something extremely sophisticated. This was not.
Yeah.
It didn't even break the glass on the doors of the Trump Tower he was parked right outside of.
He said, right, he didn't want to hurt anyone. What was the clip 9, though? Look at this one. This is a closer view. This is Matthew Level. Okay. So keep watching.
That might be why he picked a Cybertruck, because that contained most of the blast.
Yeah, this is tough to watch, but watch on slow motion. You can kind of see his head turn a little bit. Now, we don't know if that's, involuntary or if that was from the gunshot. We just don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
then the explosion.
Yeah,
jeez.
There it is. Yeah. So Matthew, what was his name? Livelsberger.
Yeah.
Green Beret. And just so much here. So much. And this has been coming fast and furious for the last 5 days as well, the information on this. And then again, Sean Ryan at the center of it all.
Once again, yeah.
Because, he had, what was it, Sam Shoemate on talking about this guy. I don't know, did we have a clip? I don't think we have a clip from this show. But anyway, they discussed at great length some communications that Sam received before This
from the guy,
down.
right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
from the bomber.
Okay, so I don't know. Nobody knows.
Nobody knows if this actually came from him.
Because you got Laura Logan saying that this whole interview that he did with Sean Ryan discussing all of the details of this Tesla thing was a psyop in of itself.
What?
So I don't.
Oh my gosh!
This
just
world
too much.
is so bizarre.
Yeah, it is.
You just can't keep up, and you don't know which way is up from one minute to the next.
Yeah, I think it goes back to what Pat Gray said earlier today, where if we know the truth, we're just going to go on butt naked.
Yeah. Screaming through the streets.
So you want to hear what the Las Vegas sheriff said about the body after the explosion?
Yep.
Our subject is 37-year-old Matthew Livelsberger. He's of Colorado Springs, Colorado, born July 22nd of 1987. His body is burnt beyond recognition, and I do still not have confirmation 100% that is the individual that was inside of our vehicle.
All right, so that's right after it happens. But oh my gosh, look how pristine. Muhammad Atta, is that you? Look at that. It's the driver's license, or is his army?
That's called a cat card.
A couple of things survived the explosion quite well.
What else survived? Oh my gosh, his passport. His passport? Again, Muhammad Atta, is that you?
Wow.
Holy crap. Again, you don't know what to believe, man.
Yes. Yeah.
So if you're listening to the audio,
then they wonder. They wonder why there are so many conspiracy theories floating around, flying through the internet every single time something like this happens.
Oh yeah, here's a
every time
tweet that I put out there, poll
regarding the Tesla Trump Tower explosion. What do you think is closest to the truth? He acted alone, 8.3%. He acted with help, 34.4%. He was wholly unaware.
Yeah, that was when we were talking about maybe he was
16% shot and then automated. The truck drove by itself.
Yeah, Elon put that to rest.
I have no idea yet. 41.2%.
I think it's 100%.
That's where I am.
That's where I am. 100%.
No idea.
I have no idea.
I seriously don't have
Did the family member guy
any
say
idea.
It wasn't the same DNA or
yes, the DNA did not match.
Didn't match his son.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, so body burned beyond recognition.
Gosh, DNA doesn't
match his son. But look at these pristine documents.
He's a Trump supporter. What? Okay, I don't know.
Well, I mean, it might be
I don't know.
Symbolism there, putting it.
Maybe.
Who knows, man?
Who knows? I don't know.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
By the way, this is the 4-year anniversary of the day democracy almost died. Can you believe it?
We survived.
4 years.
How did we survive as a nation?
I don't know.
Or have we?
I don't know, because people went into the Capitol building. That almost ended it right there. Mm-hmm. They weren't armed or anything, but they went in there and broke some windows. And
move a podium.
Oh, yeah, right. They moved the podium 20 feet. You can't survive. How many countries could survive that? Not very many. Go into Russia, go into the Kremlin, and move one of their podiums 20 feet. That thing collapses immediately. Not America, though. We almost did, but not quite. Not quite.
The founders had a vision.
They did.
And they were like, we
need to be strong enough to where if a bunch of people come into the Capitol building at once and move a podium, we got to be able to sustain that.
And stay
survive
within
it.
The felted ropes.
Right, yep.
Stay within the felted ropes. Yep.
That's America, my friends. That's America. Be proud. Be proud. We survived it. So today is the day when the election is supposed to get certified.
Yeah.
We'll see if there's an insurrection or not. Jamie Raskin just might pull one off. We don't know.
Yeah, and again, I mean, Kamala Harris, apparently she's either going to stand up for America, or she's going to allow the certification to go on of someone who she compared to Hitler, Mussolini,
called him
a
Hitler.
Fascist. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see how this plays.
Yeah, and that wasn't a stretch to any of them in the White House. No, that's perfectly appropriate.
Yeah,
There's no problem there with calling him Hitler. Got some tweets here. Mr. Sean's tweets. I'm afraid the sleeper cells will be activated here at home. They've had 4 years to bring in resources and set up their infrastructure under the Biden administration. And that's what Sarah Adams is saying.
Yeah.
That like 1,000 of them, 1,000 terrorists have infiltrated our country. Bunter Hayden, pardon crack connoisseur. ISIS had 4 years to flourish within the U.S., so is it any surprise they've now been activated? No?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It's a good point.
Okay, so we were talking, just before the break, of how weird this Las Vegas thing is.
This Matthew Livelsberger.
Again, are we ever going to know the truth?
Yeah, I don't know. But here, he was on a TV. Is this the History Channel?
Yeah,
is that where he was?
Yeah, this is interesting.
Check this out.
It's a reality show that pits teams of elite soldiers from around the world against each other.
Matt and Tim from the U.S. Army Special Forces, better known as the Green Berets.
Matthew Livelsberger and his partner Tim Kelly, both Green Berets, appeared on the Ultimate Soldier Challenge 12 years ago on the History Channel. They not only won, it wasn't even close.
Wow.
For television, they always try to make it a little bit more competitive, but we swept the whole entire show.
When he appeared on the show, Livelsberger used a shortened version of his name, Matt Berg. So it took Tim Kelly a while to put 2 and 2 together.
And then I saw a Matt Berg with an older photo of him, and I was like, oh no, dude, I know that guy. And then it just tore my heart out because he was a really great Green Beret.
And what was he like?
He was charming. He was talented. He was personable. He was kind. He was all the things that you would expect from a Green Beret.
At one point during the show, Livelsberger lost his cool in the 90-plus degree heat.
I'm about to throw up, man. I got heat exhaustion, man. I need to take the off right now.
Tim Kelly says he hadn't heard from Livelsberger for a few years.
It just categorically does not make sense. From everything that I have heard, he was universally valued by his team, by his peers. I don't understand. It doesn't make sense, and it is just horrifically heartbreaking.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. That is strange.
What is it with...
Yes, what was that all about? They messed up his name the entire time.
Okay, there's that.
Yes.
Tim Kelly. Tim Kennedy.
Tim Kennedy.
Yeah. Okay, let's not get sidetracked on that discrepancy. Why is it that all of these bombers or would-be assassins end up on TV at some point before?
That is strange.
That is strange.
Because Thomas Crooks was in a commercial.
A commercial for BlackRock.
For BlackRock. You got the golf course shooter, Rouse, what was his name? Ruth. Sure.
Ruth. He was interviewed by...
What was he on?
He's Ukraine interview.
Yeah, Ukraine interview. It's like Bloomberg, I think it was.
Weird.
And then now you got Livelsberger. There's some strange stuff there, and we haven't even.
Strange. So he won the competition with the Green Berets.
Yeah, with Tim
Kelly.
Wow. So he said he was respected. I have heard though that he had some brain injury in 2019. And wasn't exactly the same afterward.
Who crafted that narrative for us?
I don't know, but I mean, it's possible.
It is.
That could have happened.
Sure.
That does happen. You look at CTE and all the football players, some of them Hall of Famers like Junior Seau, who acted completely differently in the latter part once the CTE kicked in. Well, brain injuries can change your personality, can, make it a little bit whacked out.
Well, one of the things that Livelsberger tried to warn us about supposedly in his communications before he died, which, by the way, if you are a talk show host or a producer, definitely check your DMs or your emails in case he reached out to you as well, the way he apparently did to Sean Ryan's inbox.
Mm-hmm.
And, let's see. It was Sam Shoemate that brought that. Anyway, so because he's telling us that these drones and the connection with China.
He said only China and the United States have drones that are capable of doing what they've been doing.
Now, our buddy Ashton Forbes, who you really need to be following, Just X Ashton, we've had him on to talk about MH370. And again, it may or may not be all connected. If you recall how the plane disappeared and all of the crazy technology.
Mm-hmm.
Is it aliens? It's probably us. It's probably our government, as we were, the ones focusing, knowing what's going to happen if you believe that.
We've suspected it was us from the beginning of this drone situation.
Yeah. So again, and the message that could be sent to China, I would definitely head to youtube.com/PatGray.
Yes.
And look for the playlist of our Free Think Fridays and watch that interview, because one of the things that Ashton was saying is this very well could have been a message to China, right? Because they were transporting something on that. Anyway, not to get too sidetracked, the point is that China and the U.S., Livelsberger says, war's coming. And the technology, because he was trying to make a point. A point, like you said, Pat, he could have blown up the building.
Yeah, easily. They said he could have taken out half that building at least.
But what better way to get publicity?
But he didn't want to hurt anybody.
Right. Now, what better way to get publicity than to drive an Elon Musk created Tesla?
It's definitely worked if that was his goal.
And the other parts of this that, he also in his correspondence there was saying that there was this war crime that took place in Afghanistan that he was trying to bring attention to.
Right.
Who was president in 2019. I mean, you could say that was why he went there. I don't know. But the strange thing that they talk about on the Sean Ryan show is his Signal app changing
phone numbers
after he's died.
Yes.
What the hell? How do you...
Okay, the Signal app?
Yeah, so the Signal app is an app that's very, very popular in the Intel community because it's super encrypted. You can't hack it. You can only have one access. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
I use it. But the thing about it is...
Of course, because you were a gate guard. So obviously you have access to highly sensitive information. And
is that where like the gate guard signal channel?
Yes, that's where we're past the passcodes, so we know.
Okay, now that I've done Jeffy's job, go ahead, explain to us.
Yeah,
you could change your phone number, but you have to initiate that request.
Okay. So he would have been the only one that would have had access to it because it's not hackable.
Exactly.
Apparently,
yes.
And yet,
after he was dead.
It changed.
It changed the number. Even the guy that was corresponding with him, the day before he killed himself, he said, "Oh yeah, I went back and opened the app, and yes, it said he changed his number."
Wow,
how is that possible?
Interesting.
I'm telling you, man.
But
this is the weirdest.
It's freaky.
It is very freaky.
Yeah.
But the one thing that I'm really curious about, because that same guy, Shoemaker, whatever his name is, he got text message from his Green Beret buddies saying, "Do you guys know this guy? Because I don't recognize him." But I'm like, wait, he's a 18-year-old.
18 years he was in the Special Forces.
And he's about to retire, according to the Army. But no one knew him? And
Weird.
That's when Tim Kennedy texted, "Oh, yeah, I know him." And kind of started...
And showed the video.
In the show.
Very strange.
And by the way, it wasn't in the email, right? It was at the end of this Sean Ryan.
Yes.
The Iranian missiles in the U.S. already?
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Wait,
it was
what?
Not.
That's not good.
It was not in the...
That seems like more than an ancillary part of this particular
Let me just tuck this in real quick. Let's put a bow on this conversation. There's Iranian missiles in the U.S. Anyway, go back to
don't worry about it.
Which is what they did in the podcast. They only spent 2 minutes on these missiles and an hour long on the theory of what happened.
Well, you know what? All of this is plausible because there's been 4 years of the Biden administration that they've allowed anybody who wants to come into our country to come into our country.
But the border's secure.
Yep, but the border's airtight.
That's what I hear.
You can't penetrate it. It's vacuum sealed.
That's right.
Okay.
So while all this craziness is going on, the FBI decides, you know what? Let's release the pipe bomber footage from January 6th.
Let's change the subject right now, okay? la, don't look over here. Look over there. Yeah, let's go back to J6
Look at that.
and the day democracy almost died.
People have been asking, Steve Baker in particular.
And look
here
at
the
this
Blaze.
guy. We haven't seen this footage in a long time.
Well, I mean, this is what they released here.
But you're right, Pat. Here, change the topic. Focus on this bomber.
Yep.
Yeah,
Don't look at what the right hand is doing. Check out the left hand. Look at that.
Who's he talking to? Who's he typing to there on his phone?
Interesting. All right.
Isn't it,
Bomb's
though?
in place. He's
now what do I
telling
do?
someone.
Where's the RNC? I'm at the DNC. I mean, it just.
Oh, my.
We live in such a bizarro world, man.
We do. It's just strange.
And it's impossible to.
You can't tell what.
You don't know.
What's right and what's wrong. What's up, what's down. You don't know.
The only thing that's a constant is don't believe what the government is telling you.
That seems to be a theme. One of the many.
Oh, boy. That sucks. That's a bad place to be.
Jeez. Ugh.
But here we are.
Yeah.
Because they've done it to us time and time and time again.
And one of the worst things about that is you're presented to be a kook if you even bring it up. With all of the unanswered questions that we have now and we've had for years, even asking the question and you're a kook of some kind. All right. But that's exactly what you would want if you were doing something conspiratorial, right? You just...
It's fun. I love where we're at, America.
That's what it is.
How many hours are left here in this presidency?
14 days.
14 Again, that's not what I asked.
Yeah, okay, so I guess you would.
Hours.
What you would do there then, Chris, is multiply 14 by.
Don't make me do this.
By 60.
See, that's why I ask you. Is so that I don't have to do this. Anyway. So 24 by 14 in 30 minutes.
So if we put the 18-minute together along with the 7-minute together, you got 22 minutes. You sell it with 8 minutes of ads, you got 30 minutes.
We got 30 minutes left 300 in this administration.
Oh, dear God, I wish it were true.
I know.
339 hours and 46 minutes. Mark.
Okay. We'll keep you posted on that number as it continues to evolve. All right. You know, there's a silent health threat that affects 1 in 3 Americans. It's an overworked liver. Sluggish, overworked, and that affects your weight, your energy levels, your clear thinking, your productivity, and sleep, too. It can also lead to heart problems. You don't want none of that. Our livers are getting bombarded every day with GMOs and microplastics, toxins, fluoride, all this stuff that you might not even think about being a hazard to you. So if you or your husband, your brother, you feel tired, you feel sluggish, drained all the time, you can't seem to get rid of those few extra pounds, let me recommend trying the Liver Health Formula and see its benefits for yourself. It's a premium supplement designed with 11 clinically proven botanicals to support and detoxify your liver. Helps you feel revitalized and ready to conquer every day. This company has already helped more than 2 million people. Just listen to Mr. Harrington's testimonial, who shared this transformative journey. At first, I was skeptical, but the health improvement has been nothing but amazing. The tired, foggy feeling I had is gone. I have more energy for a longer duration. Also, the service and delivery is always prompt. Of course, your results may vary. They're not necessarily typical, but you got to see for yourself. There's an exclusive deal right now for my viewers. You can try Liver Health Formula, and as a special offer, receive a free 1-month supply of nano-powered omega-3s with your order. Try Liver Health Formula by going to getliverhelp.com/Pat. Claim your free bonus gift. That's getliverhelp.com/Pat.
If you like what you hear, find more at youtube.com/Pat Gray.
Yeah! Welcome to it. 888-933-93. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Mike Johnson, of course, won re-election as Speaker of the House.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Happy New Year, huh? This guy's going to get it done.
Woo! Thomas Massey wasn't among the yes votes, however.
He wasn't. I love that man.
He's so awesome.
And as heirs to the American Revolution and the descendants of patriots who defied tyranny, in the coming months, We are going to pass legislation to roll back the totalitarian fourth branch of government known as the administrative state. We're going to drastically cut back the size and scope of government. We're going to return the power back to the people.
Okay. That would be great.
All right, you better.
We're saying the right things.
And in coordination with President Trump and his administration, we are going to create a leaner, faster, and more efficient federal workforce. We need to do that.
Yeah, you do need to. But will you?
Read it. Our people do not deserve to be ruled by millions of bureaucrats they've never voted for, never met, and can never hold accountable.
Right. Sure. Okay.
They deserve a government that is led by those they've elected to lead. That is how Article 1 is supposed to work. That was the idea of the Congress, and we will return to that principle. The American people have called on us to reject business as usual and throw out the status quo. We must and we will heed their call.
Okay.
Again, that all sounds like empty promises, doesn't it? Because we've seen them fail on that stuff time after time after time. It's made us really skeptical and pessimistic. It's really sad.
I don't even know you. You don't love this country.
I know I love the country very much. That's why I want them to actually follow through with this stuff. Prove me wrong this one time,
right?
Please.
And the House got sworn in, on Friday, and so they work Monday through Thursday of this week, Monday through Thursday of the following week. My point is,
brutal
schedule. Get everything
brutal.
Okay, we're coming off of quite a long break here.
Yes,
Maybe we don't kettle and pot here. Okay, so anyway, pass it. I mean, go ahead. Let's go. I mean, you got the majority, right? Let's start passing bills and get them ready for Trump's signature on the 20th. Let's go. Just because I want him sitting down. I want Trump taking the oath, and then I just want that pen to just sparks flying for the rest of the day, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be great.
I know he sat with Fox News over the weekend and said that
Mike Johnson?
Mike Johnson.
Okay.
And he said, we are ready, and we're going to, according to him, again, it could be empty promises like Pat said, but he said, we're going to, for the next 2 weeks, we're going to get everything rolling so that when Trump comes in on day one,
let's do it.
He's already there. Now,
better.
Again, this could be as an empty promise as he just did on his that little speech, but he did go to Fox News and said that.
Here it is.
What's this?
Cut 13, I think.
Right?
We just played that. We just played that. But we haven't even talked about the continuing resolution and the nonsense that was before Christmas. Holy crap.
Yeah. Here was North Carolina Congressman Dan Bishop in his farewell address mentioning something that's near and dear to this audience.
Okay.
I thank the gentleman, and Mr. Speaker, this is my final week in Congress, and many come to the floor and ruminate over their service.
Yeah.
As for me, I can't think of a better way to spend my final words on the floor than in support of recognition for the Lumbee tribe.
Here it is!
The Lumbee have been pursuing justice since the mid-1800s. As I've previously stated on the floor, some of the specifics of the Lumbee's Native American heritage, their struggle as a people against racial discrimination, and their deep and abiding community orientation around the life-changing
that's why they got
power
free
of education,
high-speed internet,
especially represented by UNC Pembroke.
Oh my gosh!
Yes, we got it.
You've got to be.
What do you mean?
I mean,
it's perfect, right?
He took this from.
My name is Rhonda Locklear. I'm from
Rhonda Locklear from
and I'm
Pembroke.
a member of the Lumbee tribe of North Carolina.
Okay.
I have 2 children, and like any mother, I want the best for my boys.
Of course you do.
Jacob,
Tell us about him.
my oldest,
Your oldest
is a transferring student to
okay.
UNC Pembroke.
Yes!
And Isaac is in the 8th grade at Pembroke Middle School.
All right.
Like most families
so
across the state who either don't have access to high-speed internet or who can't afford it.
The CR. Congratulations, Lumbee tribe.
Way to go. Way to go.
That, huh? We're paying for the Lumbee tribe.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Tennessee Congressman Tim Burchett wasn't thrilled about what the Lumbee tribe is getting from U.S. taxpayers. What? What are you, a traitor?
What a
Tim?
Hater.
What kind of despicable human are you? Listen to this.
And the other one was the big one that took it to the taxpayers. The Lumbee Fairness Act. It recognized the Lumbee tribe of North Carolina and makes its members eligible for all the benefits that they will get, and it will cost close to $1 billion because the Lumbee will now be the largest federally recognized tribe in the United States.
Okay. Apparently, you don't care about the children.
So they get everything, get in the casinos, the aid, and all that stuff, and it's just
but it's just
a terrible idea. Nobody, there's a tribe that did not even exist, if you can believe that. And the other dadgum tribes were originally federally recognized. So it's going to cost $1 billion with a B dollars.
Okay. Wow.
Can't help ourselves anymore.
You can't speak out against a Native American tribe.
Thank y'all for sending me here.
I love Tim Burchett.
That's great.
He's awesome.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, there we go.
There it is.
Congratulations, Lumbee tribe.
How dare you speak against the Lumbee tribe?
We've given them internet. Given them $1 billion.
Right.
What do you need?
So the $20 million for the free high-speed internet, apparently that wasn't covered in the $1 billion they're getting it now.
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
All right.
Okay. All right.
Oh, and we got to play this too. Do we have time for the Pledge of Allegiance?
Yeah, Pledge of Allegiance screwed up by
Kamala.
Join me in pledging allegiance to our flag.
It's complicated.
Let's do it.
It's complicated.
Yeah, it's hard to remember. Okay. Go ahead.
Pledge allegiance to the United States of America and to the.
Did she get the rest of it right?
I don't Play know. That again. Play that again. She pledges allegiance to the
United States. Wait, no.
Join me in pledging allegiance to our flag.
Okay. Go ahead. Get us started.
To the United States of America.
Now, in fairness, she should be, the Pledge of Allegiance should be to the U.S. Constitution, but now we're splitting hairs here.
Yeah.
But boy, that's rough.
And there's some more rough stuff coming. We got the actual president of the United States, who was terrific, too. And he still apparently is
he?
president, according to rumors.
How many hours are left there, Chris Cruz?
14 hours.
Wait, 14? Wait, what?
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Welcome. Thanks for joining us. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Hopefully you're staying warm. Got some shelter, food. This is where preparedness comes in really, really handy. Because who knows when the power is going to go out? Who knows when the roads are going to be too dangerous and treacherous to tread across? So you want to have things that you can eat and drink without going to the grocery store. With times like this.
Especially here in Dallas. No one knows how to drive in snow.
They sure don't.
Or ice.
And if we get 8 to 10 inches like they're talking about.
We're done.
Oh, that's going to paralyze this city.
Just careful with your pipes. To make sure
and your pipes. Mm-hmm.
Because yours burst, right, Pat?
Every year now for the last 3 or 4. Yeah. Every time it gets cold like this, the pipes, of course, we don't live there anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, hashtag NMP.
Somebody else's problem.
Did you have to release that? Is that one of those for like, hey, pipes might burst?
Yeah. Oh, well. Now it's like, whatever.
Well, hold on a second. Just put insulation around it. Find out where the weak point is.
Yeah, well.
Get in there.
We've done that, too, and something bursts somewhere. Yeah. It's just inevitable.
Dude, I have narrowly avoided multiple times that issue.
And, it sucks.
It sucks.
Yeah. And it's cold enough already without, water pouring in through your ceiling. It's not good.
Oh.
It's not a good thing. Yeah. All right. Oh, by the way, let me just thank everybody who has supported Kexi Cookies the past year. You just gave us our best year yet.
Really?
And we really are appreciative of that. Couldn't obviously do it without you. So thank you for your orders. And if you want to start the new year right, you can always go to Kexi.com and order some delicious cookies just to make the new year better, because they will. Kexi.com, Kexi.com.
Are you going to bring the new flavors? Because you kind of got me used to that by now.
Yeah. What is the new flavor?
Yummy.
Cookies and
yummy.
cream, I believe is
Cookies
one of them.
Cream. We got others, though, too, that are really fantastic. And maybe we'll mention them sometime. Because I don't have the list right in front of me. But here was Joe Biden last night. This just happened last night. Is this the medal ceremony thing?
No, this is not the medal.
Okay. We got that, too. But But here's Biden last night at the White House.
Wait, what is
Happy birthday.
Oh, wait, pause this. This is okay. I don't know who this kid is. I don't care who this kid is. Happy birthday to him. But Joe Biden either didn't take the time. See, that's the number one rule in wishing someone a happy birthday through song. Learn their name first.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
Because you're pigeonholing yourself. You don't see it coming, but it's coming. So he either doesn't know how to pronounce it, which is definitely a possibility with this guy, or he just never bothered to learn the kid's name. Watch this.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Oh,
happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
He doesn't even try. He doesn't even try to fake it. He barely remembered the lyrics to Happy Birthday.
Happy birthday to you. All right.
Wait, well,
and who's the kid and why?
Who cares?
Has he been singled out?
I mean,
like
happy
that?
birthday, kid. That's what I meant.
It was his birthday.
I know, but why? I mean, it's a lot of people's birthday.
Yeah, let me look here.
The president doesn't normally single them out.
Well, today's my son's birthday, 4-year-old. So
happy birthday
can Biden sing him?
4-year-old
Wait,
son.
what's his name? His name is
Happy
Let's sing it now. Happy birthday, dear.
Happy birthday to you.
He almost forgot that. See?
Happy birthday,
dear Chris Cruz's son.
Happy birthday to you.
Holy
All right.
How many hours are left in this guy's term?
351. 351.
That's wrong.
51
No,
hours.
that's wrong. That's bullcrap. That's wrong. It just is. I mean, I don't have a good track record with math, but I'm saying that
I can give you the minutes. 21,079 minutes.
They're overshooting on the hours because it's noon Eastern. That's how they time the oath. That, I think, is going through the whole day of January 20th.
Oh.
Just saying.
Okay.
It's never enough to please you properly. So
sad, isn't it?
It's very sad.
Hey, I got high standards, bro.
But speaking of this brain-dead president, it's almost a mandatory situation now that you have to be compromised in some way mentally, I think, to hold office in the United States of America now.
Okay.
How about Kay Granger's situation?
Oh, no.
Missing for months from Congress. Just nobody knew where she was. She just wasn't showing up. Where was she found? In a dementia living care home. Hadn't made a public appearance for months. And some were kind of concerned.
Yeah.
And so it finally, she turns up at a dementia living care home.
Yeah. We got a clip of the reporter showing up there.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, we cut a lot of this out because it's kind of inaudible and until the end. When he asks the money question, listen to this.
Okay.
13. Okay, makes sense. Yeah. Well, the reason why we came is because her office and I wouldn't know anything about that. But this is her home.
This is her home. The director of the care center says this is her home.
Her home. She's been put in a dementia care facility.
I mean, I feel represented. That's my congresswoman.
Now, I have all the sympathy in the world. That's one of the worst things that can happen to a person and a family. But she is a sitting member of Congress. And that nobody has stepped up and said, hey, you know what? Kay can't do the job anymore. You might have to have a special election, but she needs to resign right now.
Yeah, hasn't been seen in public since, what, June? Is that right?
I don't know specifically what month it was, but it's been a long time.
Yeah. And so
oh, my God.
Dallas Express, kudos to them because they've been on top of this story. And that's the thing. Is that you could have replaced her. It's not like you're going to risk a majority. You know, it's...
Right. She's a Republican, so we're just as outraged at this situation as if she'd been a Democrat. I don't care. If you've got dementia, you don't belong helping to run this country.
Her last vote was July 24th.
Oh, my gosh.
And so then this reporter who went to the living place there, the dementia place. He then goes to talk to her son at his business. I don't know which restaurant this is, but he didn't like that. The son was not happy with this reporter's presence.
Wow.
Been missing for months. Dallas Express investigates.
All right.
So
yeah, well, here's what Okay. There's more.
Take you to. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to go and talk to Mr. Granger.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. What Granger does next is absolutely shocking. Out of here.
So they're just kicking him out?
Hey, Carlos. I know who you are, man. You know I'll never talk to you after what you did to my mother. You worked for her campaign.
What you did to my mother.
And while you're doing that, you work for Clinton. You're actually doing that. Man, I have no space for you, Mom. You need to get the out of here. And you hear me? Now it's private property. I can kick you out of here. It's up to you, man. You better get out of here right now. If you did, you're a horrible person. Get out of here.
Yeah, how dare you ask about a sitting member of Congress with dementia? That's none of your business. Can you believe this? Journalist Jody Dean said, I've known Kay Granger since she was a school teacher. Whatever you think of her politics, whoever made the decision to hide her condition from her constituents ought to be shoveling out horse stalls tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Yes. Records went on to say, records show she has a staff of 25. If any of them knew, and it would be hard not to know,
right?
They are complicit.
Yep.
That's for sure. Why does this keep happening? It's unacceptable, to say the least.
And so as of, Friday, January 3rd, she's officially out of Congress when they swore in the new Congress. So
unreal. That's just incredible.
But I mean, there's 6 months of no representation. I want 6 months reimbursement on my federal taxes.
Oh, yeah.
Actually. Because I didn't have... Isn't that why we rebelled in the first place? No taxation without representation. So where's my...
Yeah.
I'm sure the IRS. Let me get them on the phone.
The colonists didn't know how good they had it at the time.
I swear.
Jeez. All right. Let's talk about something we all want, and that's eating better without trying so hard. That's where Factor meals come in. They've got chef-made gourmet meals that are dietitian approved and ready to eat, and you just heat them and then eat them in just 2 minutes. There's no prep. There's no stress. Just great food that actually helps you hit your goals. Factor meals show up fresh and fully prepared, which is perfect if you're juggling work, workouts, and everything else in life. And maybe you're trying to shed some extra pounds. Their keto meals have been clinically shown to help you lose up to 8 pounds in 8 weeks. Results vary, of course, but it's a solid option if that's your plan. They've got 40 menu options every single week, tailored to 8 different dietary preferences like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, and of course Keto. And I've been loving their Protein Plus meals. The blackened chicken with roasted veggies, just fantastic. And don't sleep on their smoothies or their grab-and-go snacks, perfect for when you're in a hurry. So why not make eating smart and the easiest part of your day? Just go to factormeals.com/Pat50off, Pat50OFF. Use the promo code Pat50off and get 50% off your first box plus free shipping. That's factormeals.com/Pat50off. Your body and your schedule will thank you. Factor Meals.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
And speaking of dementia-riddled representation and people in office right now who have it, the king of all dementia-riddled elected officials, Joe Biden, had a little story about senators.
Oh my gosh.
This is great
stuff.
So
incoherent.
So I remember sitting down.
Okay.
And Jim Eastland, I ran because of civil rights in my state. We were segregated by law to our great shame. And here Jim Eastland and, John Stennis and Herman Talmadge and all these guys, these Southern, by any definition, racist senators. And I sat there and listened. Teddy and Eastland would go at it, hammer and tong up on the floor.
Hammer and
They go down and eat together.
That's
they
a new
didn't
one.
leave their values behind.
There's your
Points of view. They sat and ate with one another.
What? Wait,
I honestly
they
I
did
don't know.
what?
I don't know what the last 5 seconds were.
Go back about 10 seconds. So let's see if we can decipher that.
I like these games. We're not going to have this. We're going to be nostalgic for this in a few weeks. And let's play this game one more time here.
tong up on the floor. You go down and eat together.
Hammer and tong? What
They
the hell
didn't
is
leave
that?
their values behind.
They didn't leave
Points
their
of view.
values
They sat
behind.
and ate with one another.
Oh, ate with one another.
They sat.
Yeah, okay, ate with one another.
They sat. I didn't get that. That was good.
Yeah,
That's a
thank
good
you,
pickup
thank
on
you.
your part, Keith.
Oh my
Congratulations.
gosh, check this out. Hammer
He
and
speaks
tong.
dementia. That's really good.
He does. That's sundowning. We just witnessed there. But hold on. Hammer and tong.
Hammer. I've never heard that
all
expression.
the way to the bottom. Okay. Larry could hear them clanging away. Hammer and tongs.
Hammer and tongs.
He's done this before where he pulls
yes.
out like a
something from the
1782
40s.
reference.
I was going to say, that shows how old he is.
But I mean, this is at night. Like this is
True.
this right. This was last night.
Oh my gosh!
And then, I mean, this next clip, you get
Good
mad
stuff.
at him when he says God's name, just period,
yes, in vain.
Now he is saying it with the whole full force.
Okay.
My being the oldest president, I know more world leaders than any one of you ever met in your whole damn life.
Oh gosh! Wow.
There it was.
Wow.
Dropped a little
he
GD.
angry.
What was he so pissed about?
I don't know. I mean, he was trying to show how great he is. Yeah, I mean, he just...
That's really bad.
I knew more world leaders than you've known in your whole GD life. Go away,
And?
bro.
So what?
It's a weird flex.
That's a very weird...
Wow.
It's a weird flex.
So there, I'm so old...
Yeah,
I know.
I know more than you've met in your whole GD life. This guy, go away. Wrap it
Well,
up.
he's about to. Fortunately, he's about to. How many hours?
339.
339 hours. How many minutes? 339 hours.
I told you.
Something minutes.
Am I going to have to do this on the air?
Probably.
20,349 minutes.
You're killing me. Let me do this, okay? It's 14 days, right?
Mm-hmm.
Times 24 hours.
Yes.
So at 11 Central,
Mm-hmm.
14 days from now,
Yes.
okay, it's
16
336 hours. Hold on.
Yeah.
Plus the 3 equals 339 hours and 9 minutes.
Which is what I said.
Is that what you said?
339.
Damn it, that is what you said, isn't it? Shoot.
Okay. So good job.
Crap.
Thank you, sir.
Crap. I thought it was less. I hate math. And I can't stand Joe Biden either. Get out. Get
really?
out.
I hadn't
Does that
noticed
make me a bad
before.
American?
Is that a new thing
That
with
is
you?
or? Is that a 2025 resolution?
All of a sudden, out of the
I
blue,
know,
he
you
didn't
just-
like Joe Biden anymore. What?
Makes me a bad
Wait.
American. I know.
You were in blue, bro. So I thought you were like all
Oh,
in.
don't do that. So I've been saving this. I've been waiting. I saw this clip, I think, before Christmas. It's a Politico reporter on MSNBC. And I thought, oh my gosh, Pat's head is going. I might need to step out of this room because there's going to be brain matter everywhere when Pat hears this clip.
Okay.
So this is going to be clip 20 on MSNBC, a Politico reporter on where our rights come from. Buckle up, Pat Gray.
Okay.
The one thing that unites all of them, because there's many different groups orbiting Trump, but the thing that unites them as Christian nationalists, not Christians, by the way, because Christian nationalist is very different, is that they believe that our rights as Americans, as all human beings, don't come from any earthly authority. They don't come from Congress. They don't come from the Supreme Court. They come from God.
Can you believe that? That's what they think.
Come on.
That's one thing that on the right, they got this
my
hang up.
Gosh.
That
our rights come from God. Huh. Which would mean that no man has the right to take them away. That's outrageous.
Quote, we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their creator with certain unalienable rights.
What among these are...
Wait, but where did they come from?
Their
creator?
Yeah.
That crazy republic, the people that orbit Trump.
Oh, those MAGA
Can you
Republicans.
believe
I
that?
can't
They have
believe
this-
it. The mega MAGA Republicans who believe their rights come from God. Huh.
Oh, this gal.
That's
The one thing that unites all of them, because there's many different groups
so what
orbiting
unites
Trump, but the
all
thing
of
that
those around Trump?
unites
Pause
them
it
as
for just a
Christian
second, too. This Christian nationalist thing
Right. Oh, yeah.
is completely out of control now. All of a sudden, they've attached this strange name and this title to people who happen to be conservative and Christians. and support Trump over the Marxists that were running against him. How dare they? And so now it's Christian nationalism because they're trying to tie us into Nazis.
Yep.
Because we believe our rights come from God, which, by the way, the Nazis didn't. All right, let her finish. Yeah. Oh, my gosh.
The one thing that unites all of them, because there's many different groups orbiting Trump, but the thing that unites them as Christian nationalists, not Christians, by the way, because Christian nationalists is very different, is that they believe that our rights as Americans, as all human beings, don't come from any earthly authority. They don't come from Congress. They don't come from the Supreme Court. They come from God.
Yeah. Okay, so
it's just... Yeah.
So did the founders.
Yes, that's what I was about to... Just like the founding fathers believed.
Holy crap, this lady.
Oh,
Who
my
are you?
gosh.
And Michael Steele, the former GOP chairman, sitting there next to her, just be like, yep,
that's
you got
right.
it. That's right. Mm-hmm.
There's another guy who's not Republican. I don't know why he doesn't make it official and switch over, because he's been pathetic, even when he was the head of the RNC. Then... Also, we've got this. This didn't happen yet, did it? The medal ceremony?
Oh, yeah, that happened Saturday.
Oh, it was Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's already given the Medal of Freedom to Hillary.
Oh, yeah.
And George Soros. And then the, what do they call this? The Medal of... the Presidential Citizens Medal.
Citizens Medal, okay.
He gave to Lynn Cheney.
Yeah.
Okay, because she hates Trump.
Yeah.
So he stuck a Republican in there, to give him some sort of award.
No, the Marxists that run that show there in the West Wing, they have been working overtime since November 5th to shove it in our faces here at the end.
They sure have. Mm-hmm. They're doing everything they can to try to destroy this country on the way out.
Yeah, and I thought Americans got this award. Because Bono was there.
That's what I thought.
And who was the other foreigner? Was it Lionel Messi? Is that right? Did he get some soccer guy, right? Presidential medal.
He wasn't awarded one, though, was he?
Yeah.
Oh, he was?
Oh, so he wasn't
Lionel
there.
Messi. Oh. But he got a medal?
He got a Medal of Freedom, of course.
What?
I thought it was just Americans.
Well, is George Soros, does he have American citizenship? Is he dual?
Accepting on behalf of George Soros is Alex Soros.
All right. I bet he killed two birds with one stone with that visit to the White House.
Yeah.
Look at this guy. Look at Hillary over there in the red.
Look, I'm so powerful. I'm wearing
Medal
power
of Freedom
red.
is awarded to George Soros.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be kidding.
For what? Helping to round up?
For doing everything he can to destroy America, just like Joe Biden has done.
Yep.
He awarded Soros for his global initiatives.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Okay. That seems interesting. That he claims strengthen democracy, human rights, education, and social justice. Wow. It's going to be so great to have this guy gone out of the White House.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, wait, hold on. No, you're going to like clip 27. Wait till you see who else got a medal there.
Can't wait.
William Sanford Nye.
No, please, no.
William
Bill Nye, the
Sanford Nye.
Oh,
come on up here, science guy.
Wow.
What did Doc Thompson used to call him? Bill Nye the guy?
Was awarded to William Sanford Nye. A Washington, D.C. native,
here.
Bill Nye began his career as a cutting-edge mechanical engineer in Seattle before becoming a beloved science educator for the nation. Earning 19 Emmy Awards for his energetic experiments on television.
You're talking about somebody who went off the deep end.
He also earned the trust of millions of children and families.
That's the problem.
Yeah, to indoctrinate them. By indoctrinating them on his stupid show.
Of Americans to follow facts.
Yeah,
reason,
I can't take it. Stop.
Oh, wait, who's this 28? Is this José? So this is the guy that was posing with
Ruth.
With the golf course shooter.
Yes.
Okay,
he also got a
28.
medal.
28.
Shows us that there is a seat for everyone at the table.
What's he, a chef? Oh, he's World Kitchen guy, right? Sure. Chris is like, sure. Yeah, so he's a chef that posed with the pro-Ukrainian wannabe Trump assassinator.
Yes.
Leave
Look
it
at
as
that.
assassin.
Look at that.
Oh.
And then the charmer of them all, clip 29. Oh, she's could have had her, America. You could have had her.
That's the best we can do.
Hillary Clinton. There you go. Boy, could have had her. She could be wrapping up her second term.
Right?
A little kiss there. Nice. All right.
What difference at this point does it make?
Right. What difference?
What difference at this point does it make?
No difference.
Who would she be pardoning right about now if she had won 2 terms?
Jeez.
Hey, how many minutes was Hillary Clinton in office as president of the United States? Chris Cruz?
0.
Good answer.
I
Good
love
answer.
that number for her. 0.
That's so great.
Whew. So we think we're going to get certified today? Donald Trump's presidency?
They better not. He's a Nazi, according to Democrats.
That's what I've heard. I mean, they should.
So
they
he
should.
better not.
So we're going to lose a couple of butt hooks this week. Well, not this week. 2 weeks from now, we lose butt hook number 1,
Yes.
Joe Biden.
Okay.
And then maybe today we lose butt hook number 2, Trudeau, Justin Trudeau.
Yeah.
So he may resign as early as today.
You think he'll go back home to Cuba?
Yeah, Daddy's calling him.
Sure hope so. See you tomorrow.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.